Still no idea, but it appears I can select staggered training, which appears to have done something. We shall see. And let's see what they're thinking about. A good thought after acquiring an item. Seeing a well crafted item, that will be an excellent way of making dwarfs happy. What we want is a legendary dining room or tavern, so we shall start on it. Smooth off the edges. That will allow the meeting area to be removed, as it will be replaced with the tavern. If I remember, the dwarfs did want a place for a temple, so this may be converted. I have to see about creating instruments, which will be annoying as they are randomly generated and may or may not require many odd pieces. A fun mechanic if I didn't have to deal with the result. Right, now we're on this level, and hopefully some of these trees will be removed down here. That should remove most of the trees where I want to build. Maybe. That one too, it appears. Construct not a wall, but a floor. Clay floor around the edges. To make this an inside room, or a room, instead of just inside, we can add doors to it. Up on the next layer, we will again put down the corners first. Once the floor is in, we can construct a wall, no problem. And when we get to it, we'll corner first. The parade of dwarfs with stone or clay. How it does take from other tasks that are automated around the fort, so you got to be careful. Let's see, preparing all fish is done automatically, however it appears the shell crafts have stopped, but yes, they are shells, just checking. We may have run out of shells, but we shall convert them into money, as we need plenty of money. Now we will need tables and chairs for our tavern. Let's see, block door, and slab that you thrown is a chair made out of a rock and a table. We'll need many of them. To create the legendary dining room or tavern, to create happy dwarfs, we shall just chuck as many chairs and tables and statues in as we need. Looks like more dwarfs have arrived, so we shall have a look. Any more animals? The easiest way is to look at the pen and pasture. strangely enough, no more, even though I am pretty sure. Ah, goblins. Let's have a look where they are. I might be completely blind, but we can have a select our military and we shall station them here. So hopefully no goblin will get in. See if this creates a more accurate location. Has there been any fighting of the goblins? Didn't look like it. Remove all those announcements and it appears the goblins may have run off. No, nothing else. Truly unfortunate. Would have liked to kill them. Let's see what weapons do these have. Appears no weapons at all. Oh dear, did I set them to have a weapon? Though I might have to make some. Yes, those are very late dwarfs coming to the party. Cancel the orders as appear the goblins have run off. That is a goat, not a goblin. I will want to get rid of the stockpile eventually, but first we shall add a door here. Our caravan has arrived. Excellent. They look like a human caravan. We want the broker at the trade port. Again, we can decide to increase the probability of items being brought to us by the caravan. Pets, again, we want not snails, a breeding pair of dogs and cats, ewe and a ram, hopefully, sow, boar, hen, rooster, excellent. And we want to move goods to the trade port or depot, whatever it's called. To go to bins. I want to find a bin with the shells in. So a bin with lots of items like this. After selecting what I want for a caravan and a lot of shells, I should get my first sheep. Excellent. We can trade and then leave there. That should be a few more anvils and let's see, one more animal for my pasture and maybe some strawberry seeds. So I shall try and place down a farm plot. Let's see, farming, farm plot. No idea how it's going to turn out until I put it down. Looks like it's being constructed. Once it is, we'll have a look and see what we can plant there. Let's see. Not many seeds. Rope reeds. That will be good for fibre plants to turn into cloves and strawberries. Autumn, I have no idea what half these are. This is where I'd probably go to the wiki to see exactly what the plants do and then leave confused. As it is Dwarf Fortress, that is somewhat expected. Looks like we need to chop more trees down and extend the internal walkway. Do you want clay? Build for me, my dwarfs. Check this. Suspended construction for some reason. We shall just resume construction. If something hasn't built for some time, we do need to check. And of course, a corner needs to go in first. Still no access. Where's my tree chopping dwarfs? Still a tree I see. That's built over the holes in the ceiling, so they do not appear as holes anymore. Because an open space below the current viewing layer will be this blue, light blue. I'm not sure where to place a fortified wall, but I will want a ditch around it, I believe, or maybe not. It's difficult to decide. You want a fake ditch by building up, I believe. That's how I should probably do it, because digging a ditch down into this layer is pretty difficult and annoying, as the river and ponds will get in the way. We will want to keep some trees in the boundary for fruit picking, but that shall be selected trees when the time is right. I was hoping for a flat map, but that appears to be a hill over here. Luckily just one tile high. There's a solution just to dig it out, but we can build up on it, maybe. This layer looks to be going well. Not a floor, we want walls to go round the outside of this tower section. And to finish out, not ramps. Truly not looking what I'm doing, which is how some fortresses die. You can see the wall looks like a floor on this layer, but to build on it we will need space next to it, thus the walkway around the edge. And we shall expand the wall on this layer too. The reason why we want to go so high is because the enemy sieges or assaulters, or whatever the preferred term is, can unfortunately climb. Very bad news indeed. Here we have missed 2 pieces of floor there. From a tree, I think. This does take a lot of dwarf time and effort, but that is perfectly fine as long as they don't starve. I will be happy. The dwarfs might not be, but who can tell? Now we want to turn this into a dining hall. Though I don't think it's worked because there are no tables and chairs in there. So furniture, table, furniture, chair. Let's dump a few more in here. Just put all the tables and chairs in here. Surely someone might like an office, but that is not my problem at the moment. Let's see if we can redo this. Excellent. If we select this, we can give it to a dwarf. We don't want to do that, we want it public. Assign it to a location such as inn and tavern. We will want a tavern. That is now a pseudo meeting area. This we want a temple. No specific deity, so all the dwarfs will use it. And we want a door on it. We want to redraw it to include the walls and the door. And probably expand that so the dwarfs will become happy when they use it, but I can check that later. Using as much wood as possible, that's good. Looks like we might need more space for barrels and food. That is where this area comes in. What we want is farming kitchen. Use a clay because we do not care about clay. Build some kitchens and then a stockpile. That's not how you build a stockpile. This is. We want food. We want to customize it to food. We do not care if cooked. So we don't want drinks cooked nor prepared meals. Don't want seeds cooked because they need to be planted to make more food. I think that's a cooking material. If they want to cook that, that's fine. Don't think those are cooking materials. Nor venom. Forgotten beast extract would be fun though. See how that goes. I'm not an expert on burrows, but if we make a burrow here, it should just use food from that stockpile. Then we can prepare food or meals. It'll make the dwarfs happy. Doubt that worked though. Never mind. Let's see, bedrooms appear to be moving slowly, but I shall add a few more. There we go, a few more bedrooms set to be created. A very efficient miner dwarf there. I think he is highest level on mining, legendary miner. Let's set this to smooth off. And let's see. Dining in a legendary dining room. Excellent. That'll increase happiness. Is this the human dancer? Why is he here? No idea. Also, we want a chest in here and statues. There we go. Dwarfs will want at some point to not drink out of their hands, so they will want a mug. Make a few of them. I just have to remember to come back and stop that mug order, as I can't be bothered to manually designate them. That's a lot of shells. What's this? Kiln and collect clay. Still don't need more drink at the moment. The craft dwarf's workshop might be moved outside. Another caravan has arrived. These appear to be dwarfs. I'll see what they have. It looks like the traders have listened to what I wanted and have only actually brought animals instead of anything else, which does appear to be exactly what I wanted. Some dogs, cats, hen and rooster, and sheep, a sow and a boar. Excellent, everything I wanted. So I shall now go down this list of shells until I have a nice surplus for the trader, as the trader will only come for a profit. Greedy traders, but they need food and money also. Trade that and carry on with the fort. Now I shall temporarily put these animals in the pasture, the ones that need to anyway. Now we can make cheese and wool from the sheep. Let's see, why in this building? Something got in the way. Add in a few more wools. Corner shall go in first. It appears I was silly and used closest material. Oh dear. An easy fix with a bit of editing. Also want the last bit of floor to go in. See how the next layer's looking up. You can put in the floor before the walls because it just needs one tile connection. What is this tree doing? This is an orange tree. As it's not technically in the way, I might leave it there. And What's this? Gathering fruit. Let's see. 14 plus 1. I have no idea what that means, but okay. We shall see if that works. No seeds for that. No idea what that means, but we shall see. Captain's Workshop, Fisher Dwarfs. What we want is a farmer's workshop, I think. Not a farm plot. Fishery, which is still. There we go. And clay. What is this about? I have no need for them now. Seeds. What seeds do they have? Dimmer comp spawn, pump seeds. Maybe. All the seeds. Probably as good as I'm getting. Farmer's workshop is under construction. We can shear animal, then spin thread, and milk animal, and make cheese. But we'll have a more of a better setup in the future. We want to go to our craft dwarf workshops, stop the mug production, and we want to go into nest boxes. There we go. As many as possible, as chickens will be very good for eggs and possibly meat. Still making meals, hopefully. And then the next stage of the bedrooms to commence, although I do not expect the bedrooms to ever exceed the pop count, as doors tend to come faster than I can make bedrooms, which, well, I suppose that is the dwarf's problem, not mine. Especially as we have a dormitory. That's a bit more bed construction done, and then assign the new bedrooms as bedrooms. Definitely pretend I didn't forget to do the previous side. Appears we have run out of chests and maybe some cabinets, so we shall. It appears we may have run out of rocks. That's clay. Why they put clay in here, I have no idea. We need more rock. The way we make rock is digging out. It might be time to dig down, as we shall definitely not find anything dangerous. And maybe a piece of storage area. However, we will want a office for a dwarf, our organizational dwarf, that shall organize the entire fort all by themselves. Nothing can obviously go wrong with that plan. Dwarfs seem to be building this pretty fast, partly because the clay is so close. This is where everything else in the fort is pretty slow because I have forgotten to make wheelbarrows, but again, that is definitely a dwarf's problem, not mine. I have no idea what processed plants means, but whatever. Milk animal and make cheese. Put that on repeat. I believe they need a bucket to do that, but we should have 1 or 10 lying around. These dogs do appear to be using this as a meeting area still. No idea why. It's probably a good place for lunch. Let's see what I have to eat.